A slumber did my spirit still by Willaim Wordsworth. A slumber did my spirit still. I had no human fears. She seemed a thing that could not fill the touch of earthly years. Today we are going to read Willaim Wordsworth's Lucy poem. One of the Lucy poems is Slumber Did My Spirit Still. What is slumber? Slumber means deep sleep. And what is still? Still is used here to signify lock or cover. Slumber means deep sleep. Now, the use of the verb did here signify the emphasis. A slumber. Slumber is very serious type of slumber. A slumber did my spirit still. And it still my spirit totally. It is a poem that was written by Willaim Wordsworth in 1798 and it was first published in volume 2 of the 1800 edition of Lyrical Ballads. So it was first written in 1798, published in Lyrical Ballads, volume 2, 1800 edition. Now it belongs to a series of poems known as Lucy poems. So who is Lucy? Lucy may be an imaginary name, so common as English name. She may have represent nature. For Wordsworth or for any romantic poet, nature is very important, it's a very significant part of their life and poetry. So Lucy may be his muse, Lucy may be his beloved. So whatever it is, Lucy is a figure, a central figure, a poetic muse or nature. And centering Lucy, Wordsworth wrote 5 poems. And you have to know the name of those poems because if you are asked to choose the odd one out, which one is not the Lucy poem, then you have to know which are the Lucy poems. Okay, so let's have a look at the Lucy poems. There are 5 Lucy poems. Number 1, Strange feats of passion have I known. Strange feats of passion have I known. Number 2, she dwelt among the untrodden ways. Number 3, I travelled among unknown man. I travelled along unknown men. Number 4, 3 years she grew in sun and summer. Sour. And number 5 is this poem. A slumber did my spirit still. Okay. Now have a look at the poem. A slumber did my spirit still. The poet is spirit was wrapped up in a sleep-like sensation, very deep sleep-like sensation. Poet's spirit was wrapped up in a sleep-like sensation. He had no fear of death. Human fears. I had no human fear. What is the human fear? We all human beings are afraid of death. He had no fear that Lucy might die. So his consciousness. Before Lucy's death, the poet didn't know the meaning of death. His consciousness was confused, covered with a sleep-like sensation that prevents him from acknowledging that Lucy can die one day. Okay. Now look at the first line. Slumber did my spirit still. You find the alliteration, repetition of consonant sound. Here the S sound is getting repeated here. Okay. Slumber, spirit still. Alliteration. Now, as the poet has no human fear, the fear of dying, not on the part of him, but on the part of Lucy, that Lucy might die. This fear he was totally ignorant of. He was ignorant of due to his slumber. His ignorance was caused by his slumber, the sleep-like sensation. She seemed a thing that could not fill. So I must tell you one thing, that this 4 line 1, 2, 3, 4, and here I give a break. It is the second part. In the first part, the whole thing is happening in the past. It is the past part, and the next part will consider it as the present part. That is the past part. Okay. Let me have a look at the camera. It is visible here? Yeah, it is visible. So, no problem. So, now we are reading the past part. What happened in the past? Before, you can also say it is before Lucy died. And it is the after Lucy died part. It is after Lucy died. This part, and it is before, this part is before Lucy died. Okay. Now, he seemed a thing that could not fill. Lucy seemed like one of the thing, inanimate object, immune to the ravages of time. Lucy seemed an inanimate object, immune to the ravages of time. The touch of earthly years. Earthly years means, earthly year refers to time. Earthly year indicate time. Time cannot touch her. Time cannot touch Lucy. So she seemed a thing. Means Lucy is compared to a thing. Why? To signify that as among the inanimate objects, the operation of mortality is very slow. Okay, what should I write? Among the inanimate objects, the operation of mortality is very slow, almost invisible. If you find a stone, it is there for years after years, it get worn out with time due to the natural forces like sun, light, heat, shower, rain, whatever it is. But it is not that type of mortal like human beings. So to the poet, for poet's excessive love for Lucy makes him blind, so blind that he thinks that Lucy is not a human being or an animate object, but Lucy is an inanimate object on whom the operation of mortality is rarely visible. Okay. The touch of earthly years. Earthly years means time. Lucy has no sense of time, no sensation of time. The poet cannot perceive Lucy's aging, maybe for his excessive affection for her. Now, so why Lucy is compared to a thing? Because of the slow operating mortality, Lucy is compared to a thing. because Lucy's aging is not visible to the poet. Poet is so blind for his love for Lucy that he thinks that Lucy is an object. Now what happened? Now there is the transformation in part 2. Transformation of a human being to an inanimate object of nature in the real sense of it. Lucy seemed a thing. Lucy was not a thing. Lucy appeared to be a thing. In this part, Lucy appeared to be a thing, not the inanimate object, but Lucy appeared to be. But here, after her death, he is now going to be transformed totally into an inanimate object. No motion has she now, no force. She has no motion. She is now dead. And death has taken away her movement as well as her strength. So these are the two qualities of animate object, that is motion and force. Motion and force, two vital qualities of animate object, animate being. Object is we use the word object with inanimate being. Okay, animate being. So Lucy, previously the poet thought that Lucy has no force, no motion, she is an inanimate object, but now when she died, he feels that she has no motion, no force. So that is the irony of this two part. Okay. So when she was living, the poet was in such a stupor that he cannot feel the motion and force within Lucy. But now as he died, he feels that she has no motion, no force. She neither hears nor sees. She has lost her capacity to see or hear. Roll round in Earth's diurnal course. Diurnal course means the time frame of our daily course, Earth's daily course. Daily course of Earth round its own axis. So now as Lucy is an inanimate object after the death, all her vitality has gone. Now she is rotating. She is rotating with the daily course of Earth round the sun. Okay. Though the poet is standing on the earth, now poet is also standing on the earth, but he feels the rotation of Lucy with that of earth because the reality for him is so extreme and so sudden that now when he is disillusioned that Lucy can die, his soul can even feel the rotation of earth while Lucy is motionless within. Now the poet can feel the motion of the earth, but Lucy has no motion now. He is just rotating with the earth, with rocks and stones and trees. So Lucy has become a part of nature now. Lucy has become a part of nature now. She has turned into an inanimate object of nature like rocks, stones, trees. So though we don't consider trees as inanimate object, but here in the significance of being fixed in one place. So the poet was in a state of illusion, and as his slumber covered his spirit, he therefore could not see Lucy's change in course of time, but now he comes to realize that Lucy is dead. And Lucy is dead like the other object like rocks, stones and trees of nature. Now Lucy is totally engrossed in the nature. So total 8 lines, and the rhyme scheme is, okay, let's find. Slumber did my spirit still, I had no human fears, A, B, could fill, again A, ears, B, A, B, A, B, then no motion has C now, no force, C neither hears nor sees, D, rolled round in arch diurnal course, force course, so again C, with rocks and stones and trees, D, C's trees, so C, D, C, D. C, D, C, D, and first 4 line A, B, A, B. Total 8 lines poems. Okay, with this today we finish. A slumber did my spirit still. Don't allow any slumber to steal your spirit. Okay, thank you for staying with me. Have a great day.